New year, new leads. Let's talk about one of the ways that we are going to be using to get new leads in our business here at Big Idea To Bestseller. Now, here's what's really cool. One of the things that we're going to be doing here, and I'm going to walk you through what it is that we're doing, and then I'm going to walk you through the kind of the specifics around it so that you could see behind the scenes exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it while we actually create and implement this. So this is the first of several different conversations around this particular lead strategy. But the whole goal is, how can we bring in more leads using effective strategies so that we can get better and better and better, ultimately growing and growing and growing, ultimately helping more people write, publish, and launch incredible nonfiction books. Now, that lead strategy that we are going to be implementing is a free plus shipping book funnel. Okay. Now, you might be saying, well, what is a free plus shipping book funnel? Now, you may also be asking, I see these all the time. Do these actually work? Well, let me break it down for you, because what's really cool is we've kind of teamed up with a book marketing guru. His name's Chris Benetti of Smart Author Media, and we're going to document the process of using a free plus shipping funnel for my book, Big Idea To Bestseller. Now, my book, Big Idea To Bestseller, is the ultimate guide on how to write, publish, and launch a nonfiction book to grow your business and make an impact. And we are going to use this book to run a free plus shipping book funnel to generate leads, which will ultimately bring in qualified buyers and candidates to work with us in our Big Idea To Bestseller programs. Okay, so let's start breaking this down here, because I think it's really important to share what exactly is a free plus shipping funnel, because I see so many different people giving different definitions. But essentially what a free plus shipping book funnel is you are going to run traffic to a specific page. Now, on this page, you are going to give your book away for free in exchange for the prospect, for the buyer, to pay for the shipping and handling. So in this case, you might be saying, well, is the book actually free? Well, the book is free, but you are negating the shipping costs and the fulfillment costs as a customer. So I've been a customer of many free plus shipping funnels, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm actually still paying. And the answer to that is yes, you are still paying, but you are getting the book for free. And if you were to go on Amazon, the book's $15, $20, $25, depending on the format you're getting it and where it's sold. And so you're getting the book for a lot cheaper than you can anywhere else. And that's a huge advantage. But why is this a huge advantage for somebody as the marketer, someone who's trying to bring in new leads? Well, one, every new lead that you get is a buyer, which means they've invested money to buying it. And number two, the big difference between getting a customer who buys a book on Amazon versus a customer who gets your book in the free plus shipping funnel is you get that customer data. And that is a massive, massive difference, because on Amazon, you don't get the data of your buyers, so you can't follow up with them directly. But anybody who gets your book in a free plus shipping funnel, you will have their name, you will have their email, their phone number, their address, and you'll be able to communicate with them respectfully, of course, but you'll be able to communicate with them. All right, so that is what a free plus shipping funnel is. Some people use this to negate some of their ad spend. Okay, and I'll give an example of what that looks like. Some people like to do it to get qualified actual buyers as leads versus just people who are freebie seeking. And this is something that is really, really awesome. And a lot of people use this, and it can really, really produce. So what are we actually going to do? Now, some people in the free plus shipping funnel will do the ebook for $4.95 and there's no physical fulfillment. Some people will do for $1. Some people will do $9.95 for the shipping and handling. But what we're going to do to test this, again, this is the beginning of the year. We're implementing this funnel. I've done this funnel several times for other books and it's been successful. And so now we're doing it for this book, and we're going to really try to scale it and show all of the things that we're doing. But for this book, the book will be free. We will be giving away the paperback copy. So we'll literally be mailing paperback copies of my book to people who are willing to pay $7.95 for the shipping and the handling. If you are in the United States. If you are out of the United States, it's going to be $19.95. Why? Because shipping costs are more expensive. That's just the way it is. Now, one of the really cool things about a free plus shipping funnel that is really exciting is that you can, because somebody is going to buy the shipping, right? They're paying for the shipping. you now have their credit card information. What does this mean? Well, instead of just collecting an email, like for most lead magnets, you're collecting credit card and an email. Why is this relevant? Well, you can offer additional things for people to buy, and you can do it by one click. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to, and I'll share this with you, this is kind of the offer stack of what we are doing. So someone will go to the page and they will be able to get a free paperback book of Big Idea to Bestseller. All they will have to do is cover the shipping and handling, which is $7.95. Once they do that, they will be offered what is called an order bump. This is where, oh, you got the book. Here's something else that I think would go really well with this. And they will have a chance to buy that. All they have to do is click it. And then once they're done with that, they will get an offer to join something else. And then they will get a second offer. These are called one-time offers. Some people call them upsells, downsells. For the sake of this, it's a one-time offer. This is the only time you can get that offer. Now, I won't ruin the surprise of what exactly those offers are going to be, but it's going to be a free book that comes with a ton of bonuses. So you're getting a lot more than just the book for the price of just shipping. You're going to have a chance to get the order bump. Then you're going to have two other things that customers have the chance to purchase from our book funnel. So now we have the free book, and then we have 3 additional ways that somebody could spend money with us at this time. Wow. This is one of those things where you start to think as a marketer. Some people are like, this is obnoxious. And for some people, you're absolutely right. For other people, though, you run the numbers and you're like, oh, this is a brainer. The more offers you make, the more money you have a chance to make, the more you can spend in ads, and you could have a never-ending cycle. And everybody wants to grow business and make an impact. So why don't you do more of it? So the question now becomes, well, how are you going to get customers? How are we going to drive traffic? Now, one of the ways that we're going to be really leveraging in the beginning is we're going to be leveraging Instagram and Facebook ads. And we're going to be running a variety of ads. And Chris, who I've mentioned earlier of Smart Author Media, he is going to be leading our ads. So we're going to be working with him and his team to run our ads and to come up with different creatives and different copy. And that is going to be how we're going to drive traffic initially to our free plus shipping book funnel. The other ways that we're going to do this is it's going to be organic. So you'll see we're going to add calls to action on our podcast. So at the end of this video, who knows? Maybe I'll tell you the link of this so you can see it in real time. But we're also going to be, anytime I do a speech or a guest coaching, I will have the opportunity to send people to that specific link. Okay, there are a lot of different ways that we'll be driving traffic, but our main paid channel will be leveraging Facebook and Instagram ads to drive traffic to our free plus shipping funnel with the hopes to get people to get the book. That's kind of the initial high level plan. Okay, like I said, I'm going to tell you what we're doing. Now, the most important thing though is we're going to track everything, because when you run something new or you try a new marketing strategy, if you don't have the data, it's hard to make decisions. If you don't know where a sale comes from, well, how do you know what to do more of, or how do you know what to do less of? And so we're going to track 4 metrics right now that I'm going to share, and then there will be more. But number 1 is, how much does it cost us to get a book moved? Meaning, how much money in ads does it take for somebody to claim the free book and pay the shipping? The second thing that we're going to track is, what is our average cart value? So if you remember, there's order bump, one-time offer, and another one-time offer. So the average cart value is, what is the average somebody actually spends? So in our free plus shipping funnel, somebody could spend $400+ when they were going to get a free book. Now, the average is, what is the average spend? So if someone spends, let's say, $7.95 and someone else spends $50, the average will be the middle of those two. I know you know what the average is, but I just want to share with you how it comes together. We're going to look at our return on ad spend. So what is the profitability of this? But here's what's really interesting with the free plus shipping funnel. The book sold and the average cart value are not the only ways we make revenue. That's just the front end. The back end is the last metric which we're going to track, which is the total amount of revenue added to our business. Okay, now let me walk you through that, what that means. We're going to run ads, and we're going to hopefully negate some of our ad cost through people getting our free book and getting our order bumps and our upsells. And then some of those people are going to turn into paid clients. So we're going to have two ways of making money: the short term, immediate, and then the longer term when someone actually joins our program. So what are our goals for running a free plus shipping funnel, and why are we doing it at this stage of our business? Well, number one is it's worked by some of the biggest marketers in the world. Number two is I've done it with my other books, but never really put enough behind it to really let it get legs. But other funnels that I've done with this have an average cart value of $35. Okay? We just haven't decided to invest in that, and the business has changed. So for Big Idea to Bestseller, we have the book Big Idea to Bestseller, and it directly leads into what we are offering and what we do better than anybody else. So number one, what is our number one goal? Is to run a funnel that brings in highly qualified leads, aka people that have liked what we had to offer and people that are willing to put their money into what we have to offer by buying the shipping and handling of this. So number one is we want to bring in high qualified leads. Number two, our second goal is that we want to run effective ads that we can scale as our average cart becomes more and more well known. So for example, if it costs us $25 to get somebody to buy the $7.95 book, most people would say, oh, you're losing money every time someone buys a book. But if our average cart value is $25, then we're breaking even, and it costs us $0 to get customers. So what does this mean? We can spend and spend and spend and spend. Now, I won't go too deep into this, but when you understand the metrics of your business and you understand how much you have to spend to acquire a customer, you can have a negative number up front if it means a positive number later. But for the sake of this is we want to be able to run ads that we can hopefully, if it costs us $25 to get a book buyer or $10 or $50, well, then our average cart could negate some of that cost. And so that way we can spend more on ads. Now, the third goal that we have with this free plus shipping book funnel is turn these highly qualified leads that have purchased the book for free, okay? They've gotten the book for free and they've purchased the shipping and handling into clients for Big Idea to Bestseller so that we could scale exponentially with this formula. And then as we scale more and more, it becomes more and more organic, and then we don't even have to pay for the traffic. The traffic continues to come. So let me give you an example of what this could look like. Let's say we spend $1,000 on ads. Well, if we sell 20 books, you might be like, you spent $1,000 for 20 books. What? But then if our average cart value is $25, right? It means we made $500 from that, but we spent $1,000. So we're at negative $500. You might be like, Jake, if you did that and you did 2,000, you'd be negative 1,000. If you did 10,000 ads, you'd be negative 5,000. But if one of those 20 book buyers become a high ticket client, and for the sake of simple math, we'll say for $10,000, that means we spent $1,000 and we signed a $10,000 client. We have a 10x return, plus all the additional revenue that came from the cart and our other offerings within it. So that's how you can really, really leverage it. And so for us, those are our goals of why we're using a free plus shipping funnel to bring in highly qualified leads, to be able to spend more on ads negated by our cart value. And then third is to turn those qualified leads into high ticket clients for our Big Idea to Bestseller program. What this is going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to scale our business, but it's also going to be able to allow us to scale our impact because more people will have my book, which enables them to make more progress on their book, ultimately getting more books out into the world, making the world a better place, solving better problems, and just making a bigger impact. So I'm really excited about this. And like I said, it's the new year. This is a newer strategy that we're going to implement, and we're bringing you along for the ride. And we'll fill you in with some metrics as we get going, as we start to scale it. But if you want to check this out, okay, if you want to check this out and see exactly what we're doing, and you can listen to this, and then you can go to go.bigideatobestseller.com/free-book. Again, that's go.bigideatobestseller.com/free-book. Now you can go to this link, and we'll link it below, and you can see what this process actually looks like. One of the best pieces of advice that I got from someone who's done millions and millions of dollars in marketing is they said, go buy everyone else's marketing funnels and reverse engineer it. So you've now heard exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. You can now go to that link, go.bigideatobestseller.com/free-book, and you can actually see exactly how we're running this. And if it makes sense for you and you decide to write a book, we can help you with that. And if you decide to want to market this book at scale to grow your business, we'll be able to show you that, because we're going to teach you what the free plus shipping funnel is and how we're actually running it. So that's what I got for you in this video. If you really enjoyed this, let me know so we can make more specific behind the scenes videos for you. I really, really, really want to, in this new year, to show what happens behind the scenes, because I don't think everything should be gate kept. And I really want to show that so that you can see how a book grows and what our business is doing to grow ourselves. So you're getting a double whammy there. All right, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to giving you more updates on our free plus shipping funnel, and I will see you next time.